Neferirkare Kakai was the third pharaoh of Egypt during the 5th dynasty. His praenomen, Neferirkare, means beautiful is the soul of Wrath. His Horus name was Aoswch, his Golden Horus name Sekhemunebu, and his Netta name Kyenebtai. Family. It was not known who Neferirkare's parents were in the past. Some Egyptologists viewed him as a son of Aoswch and Kakai. This is now known to be incorrect. Reliefs from Sahuri's causeway show that his father was Sahuri and his mother was probably Queen Meritnebtai. Scenes discovered in Sahuri's funerary temple, the causeway region, indicate, however, that Neferirkare may have been the son of Sahuri and Queen Meritnebtai. Sether thought from broken records that the queen's name was Neferirnebtai. This information is now known to be incorrect. One theory holds that Neferirkare may have been known as Prince Ranefer when he was young, and had a brother named Nepjerenra, who may have taken the throne under the name of Shepseskari. Neferirkare married Queen Khontaus II and had two sons who both became pharaoh, Ranefer, under the name Neferifra, and Nisera. Reign. Little is known about his reign. Manetho's epitome assigns Neferirkare a reign of 20 years, but verse 05 of the damaged Palermo stone preserves the year of his 5th cattle count. His following years were lost in the missing portion of the document. The Czech Egyptologist Miroslav Verner maintains, however, that it cannot have been as long as 20 years due to the unfinished state of Neferirkare's Abusir pyramid complex. Since the annals in the Palermo stone terminate around Neferirkare's rule, some scholars have suggested that they might have been compiled during his reign. However, evidence from the other side of the stela implies that the document covered the reigns of later Old Kingdom kings. Hence, it is possible that these annals were composed during the time of Nirrini, who had a long reign and was the third successor to Neferirkare, after the ephemeral Shepseskari and the short-lived Neferifra. A decree, exempting personnel belonging to a temple from undertaking compulsory labor, shows that taxation was imposed on everybody as a general rule. An important cache of Old Kingdom administrative papyri, the Abusir papyri, was discovered in Neferirkare's mortuary temple between 1893 and 1907. This cache dates primarily from the reigns of Jedka and Eunice. One of the documents is a letter from Jedka to the temple priests provisioning Neferirkare's funerary temple mortuary complex. From the large size of his mortuary complex at Abusir, he was an important king, but since the Palermo stone fragments after his rule, little is actually known about his reign. The pyramid of Neferirkare Kakai was initially designed as a 6-step pyramid 52 meters high, but later it was extended to the form of a typical pyramid and it reached a height of 72 meters. The mortuary complex is unfinished, and only part of the lower mortuary temple was completed before, it is supposed, the abandonment of the project. Personality. Neferirkare's reign was unusual for the significant number of surviving contemporary records which describe him as a kind and gentle ruler. When Roya, an elderly nobleman and royal courtier, was accidentally touched by the king's mace during a religious ceremony, a dangerous situation which could have caused this official's death or banishment from court. Since the pharaoh was viewed as a living god in Old Kingdom mythology, Neferirkare quickly pardoned Roya and requested that no harm should occur to the latter for the incident, as Roya gratefully states in an inscription from his Giza tomb. Similarly, Neferirkare gave the priest of Ptah the unprecedented honor of kissing his feet. Finally, when the vizier Weshtar suffered a stroke while attending court, the king quickly summoned the palace's chief doctors to treat his dying vizier. When Weshtar died, Neferirkare was reportedly inconsolable and retired to his personal quarters to mourn the loss of his friend. The king then ordered the purification of Weshtar's body in his presence and ordered an ebony coffin made for the deceased vizier. Weshtar was buried with special endowments and rituals courtesy of Neferirkare. The records of the king's actions are inscribed in Weshtar's tomb itself and emphasize Neferirkare's humanity towards his subjects.